Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news, folks. There's some serious buzz swirling around the NFL, and it just might shake up the AFC North in a way that Steelers fans are going to love. The whispers are growing louder about a potential trade that could see Mike Evans, the all-pro wide receiver from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, making his way to Pittsburgh. And let me tell you, if this happens, it's not just a splash. It's a tidal wave that could redefine what we expect from our offense and give us a real shot at another deep playoff run. But hold on, because this isn't just any rumor. There are solid sources backing it up, and the implications are huge for both teams involved. Right now, the Bucks are in a tricky spot. They're sitting at 4-7, and their defense is leaking points, giving up about 27. 6 points a game, not exactly what you want when you're trying to compete in a tough NFC South. Their cap situation is tight, with about $13 million in cap space, and after the recent slump from Baker Mayfield, they're clearly looking to shake things up. The buzz is that Tampa might be willing to part ways with Evans, especially since they're rebuilding their offensive line and trying to extend V. The idea is that they might aim for future draft capital, specifically a first-round pick in 2026 from the Steelers, as part of a package that would include Evans. Now, that's a bold move, but when you consider the potential boost Evans could bring, especially after a strong 2024 season where he's added over 200 yards through the air, it starts to make sense. Evans, drafted back in 2014, has built an impressive career, and he's still playing at a high level. His stats are nothing short of remarkable. Over 850 receptions for more than 800 yards and 107 touchdowns across his 12-year NFL journey. His PFF grade this season is sitting at an impressive 95, and he's known for his contested catches with a 58% rate and an average depth of target around 14.5 yards. He's the kind of receiver who can go up and snatch balls out of the air, a true vertical threat who can stretch defenses and open up the field for our entire passing game. And let's not forget, in 2025, even with some injury setbacks, a hamstring injury in Week 5, Evans has still managed to contribute significantly, boosting Tampa's passing efficiency by about 12% and making big plays with around 8 per game. Now, why would the Bucks consider moving on from Evans? Well, cap management is a big part of it. They have about $13 million in cap space, but with Chris Godwin's deal looming and a need to rebuild their offensive line and secondary, they're facing some tough financial choices. Losing Evans would mean a significant dip in their aerial yards, approximately 22%, similar to what the Seahawks experienced after trading DK Metcalf for a rebuild. Tampa is prioritizing a rebuild on their front lines and secondary, allowing more sacks, about 3-2 per game, and trying to develop younger players. The logic is that they're moving towards a rebuild, and clearing Evans's hefty contract could help them allocate resources more efficiently in the future. But for us Steelers fans, this possibility is nothing short of thrilling. Imagine the impact Evans could have on our offense. With George Pickens already emerging as one of the league's most exciting young receivers, adding Evans would create a matchup nightmare for defenses. His ability to win contested catches, especially in the red zone, and his knack for gaining yards after the catch, would open up our passing game in ways we haven't seen in recent years. It's not just about adding another receiver. It's about transforming our entire aerial attack. Evans's presence would likely push our passing yards per game from around 900 to over 200, and his touchdown total could easily climb into double digits, especially with the deep routes and contested catches he excels at. The chemistry with Kenny Pickett, who's developing rapidly, could be electric, giving us a true vertical threat that defenses would have to respect at all times. Looking at the numbers, Evans's efficiency metrics are off the charts. His EPA per target is around 0.22, meaning he consistently gains positive yardage and creates scoring opportunities. His separation rate at 82% shows he can get open even against tight coverage, and his yards after catch, averaging nearly 4.8 yards per reception, means he's a threat to turn simple throws into big gains. If he joins the Steelers, we could see a boost in our third down conversion rate, which currently hovers around 38%, potentially climbing into the low 50s. That would be a game changer, especially in high-pressure situations. And don't forget, this move could elevate our entire offense. With Evans stretching the field, our deep passing game would become more consistent, and our red zone efficiency would improve significantly, from 58% to possibly around 77%. Mismatches with cornerbacks like Surtain or other top DBs would favor us, making it easier for Pickens and Evans to win their battles and rack up yards. Plus, with Evans drawing double coverage less often, it opens up more space for our other playmakers, creating a domino effect that benefits the entire team. Now, considering the broader NFL landscape, the odds of this move happening are gaining traction. Some insiders suggest that the Steelers could be willing to part with a future first-round pick in 2026 to secure a player of Evans's caliber, especially with the team in a strong position at 6-5, looking to secure a playoff spot and push for another Super Bowl. The AFC is fiercely competitive, but with an added weapon like Evans, our chances of making a deep run skyrocket. The Steelers have always been strategic with their acquisitions, and this move would fit perfectly into their blueprint of building a championship-caliber team with smart, impactful additions. From a strategic perspective, this would also help us address some of the issues we've faced on offense, particularly in generating explosive plays and maintaining offensive consistency. Evans brings a veteran presence and leadership that can be invaluable, especially for our young core. His experience in high-pressure situations, having drawn 50 big-time throws in his career, and his ability to perform in clutch moments would set a standard for our receiver group. This isn't just about adding yards, it's about elevating our entire offensive identity and making us a more balanced, unpredictable team. Of course, there are skeptics. Some might argue that losing Evans could disrupt Tampa's rebuild and that they may try to squeeze more value out of him or hold onto him longer if they see a better deal. But the NFL is always about the right fit at the right time, and for Pittsburgh, this could be the perfect storm. Our offensive line is developing, and with a true vertical weapon like Evans, we could see a leap forward that puts us right in the thick of the AFC playoff picture. Plus, with our defense still solid, adding that kind of offensive firepower could be enough to push us over the top and truly contend for a Super Bowl. Looking ahead, the betting odds for Super Bowl LXI have already shifted. Early odds had Pittsburgh at plus 1,500, but with the potential addition of a player like Evans, those numbers could tighten to around plus 800. That's a significant boost, and it echoes the kind of impact we saw last season with teams like the Dolphins after acquiring Tyreek Hill. Evans's presence could be the X factor that turns a good team into a true contender, especially in the playoffs where every yard, every catch, and every play counts. His clutch EPA per reception and his ability to win contested catches under pressure could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. And let's be real, this move would send shockwaves through the league. It signals that the Steelers are serious about contending now, not just rebuilding for the future. It shows that they believe in Kenny Pickett and the offense, and that they're willing to make bold moves to secure a championship window. The AFC North is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, with the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns all vying for supremacy. But if Pittsburgh pulls off this trade, it could establish us as the division's dominant force once again. So, Steelers fans, we're on the edge of what could be a game-changing offseason. This potential trade for Mike Evans isn't just another rumor. It's a statement that Pittsburgh is ready to go all in. With Evans's talent, experience, and big-game mentality, he could be the piece that pushes us back into the Super Bowl conversation. The next few weeks will be critical, and we'll be watching closely to see how this story unfolds. But one thing is for sure. If it happens, it will be a move that fans will talk about for years to come, a true testament to the Steelers' relentless pursuit of excellence and their desire to bring another Lombardi home to the black and gold. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.